Show the Otters are back at it tonight. Thursday it was a big 4-3 overtime winner from Matthew Schaefer to secure the victory and continue his tear.
Yeah, now it's time for a short trip over to Sudbury to face the Wolves.
Let's get to the highlights of this one from the Sudbury Community Arena. No score, nearly 12 minutes gone by. Callum Hughes to Martin Mishak, finding and setting up Wesley Royston, who slaps one home. Royston's 7th goal of the year gives the Otters the early edge, 1-0. Sudbury scored a pair of shorthanded goals in this one on one Erie power play in the action. Fast forward to the third, it's 4-1 Wolves. Charlie Burns coming up with a stonewall effort here against the Wolves on the shot attempt. Nice save as he got the start tonight. Final few minutes, Erie trying to salvage some momentum going into Sunday. Malcolm Spence comes up with Erie's second goal as we look at it here. Erie getting back on the scoreboard, and now let's go to the Plyler Entry System scoreboard. It's a 5-2 final. Otters fall at Sudbury. Spence and Royston with the goals in this one. In the loss, Erie is at Brampton Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Let's go to the college ranks. Women's hockey, Mercyhurst home for 12th ranked Penn State. Second period, no score. Maddie Christian walks in, puts this one top shelf from the tough angle to make it 1-0 Nittany Lions. Later in the period, it's going to be Christian again. This time on the breakaway, she receives the pass and puts this one through the 5-hole. Penn State takes a 2-0 lead. Mercyhurst would immediately respond, though. Kylie Mahoney wins the battle, hits Michaela Javier, who buries it for the goal. The Lakers cut the Penn State lead in half. They earn a power play late in the second, and it carries over to the third. They'll collect this one behind the net. Tic-tac-toe. Julia Shalin shoots and scores. Mercyhurst ties the game up at 2. Penn State came roaring back, though. Later in the period, Grace Outwater puts this one away from the left wing circle. They'd add an empty netter for good measure, and the Lakers fall to the Nittany Lions by a final of 4-2.
We fought hard to just believe in our systems and play hard and fought back to tie it. And, it's a game of bounces. We had so many cracks that we got good deflections that maybe went wide or, they blocked or the goalie saved. So, unfortunately that's hockey sometimes, but, we're doing a lot of good things that, will help us be successful in the long run.
Obviously the game didn't go our way, but I think we did a good job bearing what we had, and we did a lot of good things that we can bring into tomorrow and hopefully get the win.
On the men's side, Mercyhurst taking on Bentley in some more AHA action later in the night. Early chance for the Lakers here. Riley Fitzgerald gains his own. He lets one fly, but it's off the crossbar, and there's still no score. Second period now. They'll battle for it in the corner. It comes out to the point. Slap shot save made by Carter McPhail. He had a good night. Later on, Bentley on the power play. They'd win the face-off. They work it down low. There's going to be a shot from close range, and once again, McPhail is equal to the task. The Lakers would kill the penalty, and McPhail finishes the night with 31 saves. 12 minutes in the period left, delayed penalty for the trip, but there would be no power play. Steven Agregon finds Ryan Coughlin shoots and scores for the opening goal of the game. Bentley, however, would tie it up at the end of the period and then go on to win by a final of 4-2.
Let's talk more hockey. Go to the NHL. Penguins at the Rangers from the Garden. Igor Shesterkin starting in goal for the Rangers after signing a contract extension, making him the highest paid goaltender in NHL history. No big deal. Sidney Crosby playing his 1,300th career NHL game. Also no big deal. Second period, Rangers down a goal. Alexis Lafreniere found Artemi Panarin there for the slap shot from the top of the circle and scores. His 14th of the season. Rangers tied it at 1. And moving ahead to the second there, same score. Philip Tomasino finding Gino Malkin on the one-timer. Shesterkin made the save. On the glove save, their score remains tied at 1, but fast forward less than 10 seconds left in the second period, Same score, Panarin skates in, shoots from the slot, and scores to beat the buzzer. His second of the game, 15th on the year to make it 2-1. And in the third, same score, Philip Tomasino with the goal there, but it wasn't enough. Rangers get the win in the end. They defeat the Penguins, as you saw, a final there of 4-2. All right, with the college football playoffs on the horizon, third-ranked Penn State has a chance to win the program's 5th Big Ten title when the Nittany Lions face top-ranked Oregon Saturday night at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Andrew Clay and Ryan Riskey have more. It's your Nittany Nation.
Outside Lucas Oil Stadium, where Penn State and Oregon will play in the Big Ten championship coming up on Saturday. I'm Andrew Clay, Ryan Riskey with me. Ryan, I know this is super cliche, but the team that wins inside there is probably the team that wins in the trenches.
And Penn State has proven that they can do that this year. Defensively, they're led by Abdul Carter. He was just named the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year with 10.5 sacks and 19.5 tackles for loss this season. He's just proven what a game wrecker he can be.
Yeah, as good though as Penn State is at getting at the quarterback, Oregon's even better. This team is led by Mateo Ugalele. He leads the Big Ten in sacks, and this Oregon staff also leads the Big Ten in sacks. The Ducks had 3 defensive linemen this week named to the all Big Ten teams. James Franklin knows they have to prepare for them.
There's certain players you better have a plan for, or they can make the game even more challenging than it needs to be. So we've spent a ton of time on that. But we're going to have to go execute the plan against a really good team. And as you also know, if you're giving extra help on a defensive end, yes, that helps solve one of the problems that you have at defensive end, but then it also exposes you in other areas. So that's kind of the chess match.
Well, Penn State has done a great job at keeping Aller upright. He's only been sacked 2 times over the previous 4 games.
Yeah, Penn State has the fewest allowed sacks in the Big Ten this season. Well, Penn State and Oregon, they'll kick off Saturday night, 8 o'clock, inside the Lucas Oil Stadium. For Ryan Risky, I'm Andrew Clay. You're in E-Nation.
Thanks, fellas. Looking forward to a great one. Steelers wide receiver George Pickens is questionable for Sunday's game against the Browns with a hamstring injury. Pittsburgh's top pass catcher popped up on the injury report this afternoon. He also didn't have a whole lot to say when asked about some of his competition he's expected to face one-on-one.
Last one, guys.
Did you talk to Greg Newsome at all today, before the game, or anything?
I don't even know who that is.
That's what Cam says to me when people ask about me out in the field. I'm just kidding. All right, week 14 of the NFL schedule. Steelers home for the Browns Sunday at 1 o'clock. And that first matchup was a 24-19 Browns win just a couple weeks back. The Bills going from the snow on Sunday Night Football and a home win to sunny SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. They will take on the Rams Sunday at 4:25. Again, there's your week 14 look at the NFL, and should be a great week this coming Sunday. Still to come on Friday Night Lights, we'll wrap up the show with our play of the night.
Stay with us.